Welcome, Gonzalo de Lomana, CEO of SaaS Growth, because you are the next trainer in our Collabwith masterclass about sales.
Thank you very much. Yes, we do sales B2B especially for startups, but actually the methodology we implement works for every company. No? Every company that is doing B2B sales can use what you will learn with us.
So, because we have with you two masterclass. So in February and in March, we have 2 hours with you with your full package of how to make this business-to-business sales machine. So it's super interesting. So my first question for you is why a sales machine is so important for a spin-off, a startup, including innovation and entrepreneurship.
The fact is that sales before might have been a little bit of an art. No? I think when people think about sales, they think about the salesperson that goes with them to a restaurant, and this salesperson that is really charming, But what we see nowadays, especially in technological companies, is that sales is not an art anymore. It cannot be an art because art is not scalable, and we have scalable products like software, and we need to scale sales. Art is not scalable, but sales is now a process because process scale. So we have to define very carefully each step of the process. And this is what big companies today have done, what HubSpot has done in Salesforce, all the big software companies. And then when we have defined every step, we just hire people that execute this process. And this is what we will learn, how to change our mindset from sales being an art to sales being a process, and how to be able to design these processes as if they were like engineering, as if they were like a motor of a car.
Yeah, and I think this is very important in the sense of entrepreneurship and innovation, because even if you are coming from the university or from wherever you are coming and you create a startup, the business is sales. And this is very clear for everyone. So if you are not selling or you have no customers paying you for something, then you have a hobby, or then you are playing with money from investors. That's the point. Like, if you want to have a business and successfully bring to the market and innovation, you have to generate sales, pay customers.
Exactly. And this is what, nowadays, investors look to metrics, no? Okay, how much have you sold in this last month? How is your trend going? If it doesn't go up, and if you then show them on top of that it was not luck, that you met a company in an event, that you had good contacts and those people became your customers, it was not luck, but that you have a process behind it, that you didn't know the people beforehand, but due to your process, they started being your customers. This is what they really value, because this is what can be made big.
Yeah, and that is a sales machine. You have a machine.
A sales machine, exactly, where you have specialized people doing different things, where you put companies on the one part of the machine, then you have it's a production line. I like to say also, you put companies in a product, they go, you have people doing different things, and in the end you've got the clients, and you can measure everything and you can duplicate everything. So this is the magic.
And it's super interesting because at Collabwith we have as well the mindset masterclass. And I experienced myself, but I see here a very close link between sales and how much you can sell with your personal development versus business growth. So what type of framework is helping to a startup to grow from your perspective?
The thing is that, or the framework or the mindset, I like to say, is divide and conquer and document everything. When you have sales, it's a complex process that has many different stages, many different parts, and if you see the whole thing together, you might be overwhelmed. But if you start thinking, okay, I have to first get in contact with this person. What is the first thing, or to choose with which person I want to get in contact? What is the first thing I should do? This, and then this, and then this. And then you start to document everything. And then you start to hire people that are specialized in each of the tasks and that get very good at doing each of the tasks. This is the mindset. Defining, documenting, and then hiring and training specialized people.
Then the question is, what type of mindset is required for a CEO or the founder of the startup to grow? So, because if we see sales, you have to change the mindset, like selling is not an art, but it's a process, and how you can implement this process. But as well, how to manage the customers, you know, you have a meeting, very good, and then what is happening? You know, there is a lot of blocks there around the way. And I like the part of maybe focus more on discipline, which is more the process. You do this, A, B, C, D, etc. Like, it's more about discipline. You know, it's not about, I don't know, emotions or something.
Yeah. For me, like the mindset, like if you're a CEO of a startup that really wants to grow in sales, what I've seen also, the CEOs that are the most successful, they do two things. Like, first thing, they think in systems. They might execute some things. They might go to sales meetings, but they don't go to sales meetings to do the sale. They go to sales meetings to see how they should build the system that closes the sale. Like, they go to learn, and then when they learn, they design the system that does that without them. Because in the top management, you cannot be doing everything yourself all the time. No? So you go to learn and design the system. And the second thing that I've seen that CEOs, successful CEOs do, is they like to experiment. They have an experiment mindset. There is, like, nobody can tell you for your market and for your product what is the ultimate thing to do. Like, there is, it's not like math, no? We're dealing with people. So you can have some frameworks, you can have some way of working, but what ultimately works, you have to discover it yourself by testing the market and putting everything into practice and experimenting and documenting what works. Then you put it in your system. So you have to have this experimentation mindset and be very disciplined in the way of, okay, I am disciplined in experimenting and taking the results back to my system. If you do an experiment, it works, but then nothing happens with that, it will not serve you.
And that is linked, this experimentation as well is linked to more innovation, research, entrepreneurship mindset. Like, you have to experiment, you have to be creative in thinking ways, because I think when you bring to the market a new innovative solution, it's new. So people, they don't know how to use it. They don't know why is this or what they have or how they have to use it. So you have to be very creative in all the channels and all the conversations. So I think this experimentation is part of this creativity.
Exactly. Like, you can copy some things from other people, from framework, but you might want to give it a little twist that for you especially works very well, no? And this twist is, okay, I'm taking this, but this thing here I'm doing a little bit different. This needs creativity, no? To make these thoughts.
So, and the last question, Gonzalo, for you is, what are the sales masterclasses you are planning with us, with Collabwith?
We're planning to do 2 masterclasses, and I will show you my screen so that I give you a little bit a teaser. So the first one is going to be how to build a sales machine. Like, how, if we see it as a motor, how does it work? No? And like the flows of the prospects, of the clients, what do we do in each step? Like, we will be doing this drawing together, and I will explain you, okay, what everything means. We will enrich it with practical examples so that you really get the feeling and interiorize how a sales machine works. And this in the first class. In the second one, we're going to see how we put all of this into practice on a real case and with real materials, like, meaning that we will see a sales playbook. How do we build a sales playbook? What are the different parts about it? How do we, what do we do in each step? And we're going to see also some sales metrics, like, if I have a team with several salespeople and I have to manage them, what metrics do I look at? What are the routines that I have? For example, weekly meetings. And so what metrics do I look before every weekly meeting, so that we have also this framework of managing a sales team that works like a machine.
Wow, that is super interesting. I think if you're an entrepreneur from a spin-off or from your own startup or scale up, I think one thing I learned on the way is to be a sales freak, a sales nerd. So how to improve all
how
this,
to be a sales nerd. We could call the course like that.
Exactly. Well, thank you very much, Gonzalo. So the next, if I think right, our sales masterclass, the first one, will be on 24th of February 2023. And then the other sales masterclass with you will be as well, again, super easy, 24th of March 2023 at 12 p.m. CIT.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you, Gonzalo. See you there.
Thank you very much. See you there. Bye-bye.